Ik ga met Patrik Wallén praten. Hij is productmanager van BankID bij Swedbank, een van de grootste banken van Zweden. Zweden heeft 7 miljoen mensen en BankID wordt 1 miljard keer per jaar gebruikt. Wat is dat BankID eigenlijk?
BankID is e-identification which most of the Swedes use both in the public sector and in the private sector. So BankID is the solution for all Swedes, I should say, today.
Yeah.
You can do your bank transactions, and you can also log into the tax authority to look into your tax, and lots of different e-services building up with use of mobile BankID especially.
Yeah. So if you log into your bank account and you want to make a transaction, you want to check your account or make a transaction, you use the BankID system, of course.
Yes.
And the second one is the government, and you say already the tax authority was number one. What percentage of tax is submitted through the ID system?
If we look at the latest, I think it's about 60% that using an e-identification like BankID and to do their tax to do the tax declaration on the internet.
Okay.
Yes.
What are other big government agencies who use it?
It is, of course, the Social Security office that uses that for logging in. When your child is sick, you can use an app for that. Students also use it for logging into the central where you can get your student loans and these kind of services. But of course we have also the transport sector that using BankID for different e-services. For example, when you buy a new car, you can register directly on the internet with the help of BankID.
So of that billion times that you use it every year, the identification system, how much is used by the banks itself?
I should say about 80% are used by the banks today.
Okay.
And the other 20% is the public sector.
Yeah. And the public sector is maybe 15% of that 1 billion, and then 5% is the commercial sector, the visas, the master, the insurance companies, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, about that. It's growing. But once you are a customer, you are able to order a BankID from the bank and use that in all these types of different e-services.
Yeah.
You can also use it in different types of banks. If you are a customer in, let's say, 3-4 banks, you can use the same BankID for logging into these 4 banks.
But if I go to the hospital, would I use BankID to identify myself, or would I just use my paper driver license or passport?
Still, we see a lot of in the physical. We still uses the driving license and passport and national IDs, these kind of stuff. We haven't seen BankID for using in the physical environments yet.
And the Swedish government doesn't have his own digital identity system. They use the BankID system. But it's not important in terms of sales. It's important in terms of relationships.
Yes.
De Zweedse banken maakten dus uit eigen beweging een BankID. Maar vanaf 2011 begon de Zweedse overheid zich ermee te bemoeien. Eerst als een afdeling, maar later ook als een eigen autoriteit, digitalisering. Dat was nodig om de ontwikkelingen van Zweden aan te laten sluiten bij de buurlanden, maar ook bij de Europese ontwikkelingen zoals e-ID. De banken en de overheid werken dus gewoon samen.